Hello Namibia, welcome to your daily lunchtime show where we catch up on current events and headlines. My name is Priska Onyolo and you are watching NMH at 1. Today is the Day of the African Child, and in our interview we will launch our virtual career expo scheduled for later this year. 2 additional confirmed cases of COVID-19 was reported in Namibia this morning. This brings the country's total number of cases to 34. 2 Namibian truck drivers also tested positive in Botswana. Read more on our web pages. Kenya Kambowe, the Namibian Sun's reporter in Rundu, visited the Romanus Kamunoko Senior Secondary School. Inmates at the Elizabeth Nepembe Inmates at the Nepembe Correction Facility required about 200 chairs for use by learners at the school, as well as a small number of desks. Previously, some learners had to stand while attending class.
What happened was that we had a shortage of chairs. About 3 classrooms did not have chairs. So we were sitting with a problem. A lot of learners were standing. Therefore, we then heard about Elizabeth Nepembe prison services, rehabilitation center, that they have a program where they are helping schools to assist in terms of renovating chairs for them and so on. So we approached them and asked for assistance if we could be assisted with repairing our chairs. And our request went through. They were very kind, and we then took our broken chairs there, and we bought our own machineries. We bought our own materials, which we dropped at their center, and they were so kind to assist us. We had a shortage of around about 200 chairs, so to say, which is what they have sorted out for us. We are really very, very sincere, and we are very grateful that they could do for us something like this, because in the end, they have repaired for us a total of 197 chairs, as well as they have also repaired for us 16 tables. So they have really sorted out our problem. As we speak now, we are very grateful. Our learners can now sit in the classes. None of them can be standing. Like I said, we had a shortage of 200 and we got to 197. Our problem is sorted. So we really appreciate what they have done for us under this very difficult time.
Was it cost free? Did you pay anything to them?
It was free of charge.
Okay.
We did not pay anything. It was done at no cost.
Okay.
So this is really appreciated. Their patriotism, and it's really a job well done. Okay. So we are sorted.
Okay.
We are very grateful. We just want to appreciate them, and we hope that they can continue to assist other schools in need as well.
Okay.
Offer these services.
Okay. Thank you.
And the French Development Agency this morning signed an agreement in Windhoek, which will facilitate loans for vulnerable rural communities. Philippus Usiku of Market Watch captured part of the announcement.
Today, obviously, we are celebrating the loan that we have acquired from Today, obviously, we are celebrating the loan that we have acquired from the AFD. So through the AFD loan, we are able to make credit facilities available in areas where otherwise credit is not available, and to the market segments that are often neglected. In extension, we aim to make the credit facilities available to the elderly most of whom have no access to credit facilities. You will all well know that our Namibian social norms are such that quite a substantial number of our children are under the custody of their grandparents. It therefore follows that addressing the needs of the elderly in the rural areas addresses the needs of a big number of the Namibian children. NAMPOST is proud to be part of this assistance by availing its infrastructure and by ensuring that means are made available for PostFin to serve the people. It is from that perspective that NAMPOST has utilized its balance sheet to borrow an amount of 235 million and on lend the borrowed funds to PostFin, which is a subsidiary of NAMPOST, for targeted microfinance purposes, and in particular to touch on credit extension to the elderly. It's my wish that one day the full weight of the post office will be released on the gaps in financial inclusion, so that the full 6 billion balance sheet of NAMPOST weighs on financial inclusion. In particular, weigh on lending needs of the communities in which the post office operates. And as we all know, through our reach in the rural areas, those who tend to benefit tend to be the marginalized and the low-income people.
Next up is an interview discussing the virtual career expo that NMH will be hosting later on this year. Jareen Hoff interviews Tunahule Mungomba.
Wow, excitement is running high. The first career expo that is going to be completely virtual is around the corner. And to explain to us what's going on is Tuno, my guest this morning. Tuno, please tell us why you decided to go online with the Careers Expo.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Jareen. So the whole objective of us going online this year for the careers career fair, which is called Careers VX, V for virtual and X for experience, is because we wanted to reach more people. In the sense of not typical career fairs are usually held in Windhoek. That means that students or learners from outside Namibia, or outside Windhoek, are usually disadvantaged because they would either have to travel to attend this career fair, or they would have to either rely on their life skills teacher to hand out pamphlets on bursary opportunities, internship opportunities, the works. So with online, that means that the reach is more, and also it's going to be once the stream has gone live, it will stay there. So even if you want to go back next year, a month from now, weeks from now, you'll still be able to find the relevant information.
So tell me about how are you going to put this all together? Are you going to ask your clients to send their information? What are you going to do?
Okay, so the Careers Expo this year, we are looking at 3 elements. We are having the typical careers, so it's the journalist, the dentist, the dermatologist who will be engaging with the learners. So they are going to have their own section. There's going to be that section where the careers, they have that one-on-one engagement. Then there's going to be our sponsors. So let's say you are a company and you have bursary opportunities or internship opportunities, then they fall under the sponsor section. So they will have their slot to tell us why students should get a bursary from their company, or why they should apply to be an intern at their company. And the third element is the institutions of higher learning element. So this is where the institutions the universities showcase or they tell us why they are cute and why you should enroll at their institution.
Tell me about your target market. Who is this specifically aimed at?
Okay, so for this year, since we are going online for the first time, our target market is of course obviously the learners, the grade 11s and the grade 12s who are currently seeking at, trying to see what they can do with themselves after they've matriculate. But then we're also looking at, we want to create elements as well for adults, for young adults such as you and myself. So let's say you are 30, you are 30 and you want to move into middle management, but you're not yet sure how to go about it. And then you see that, okay, there's this institution that offers a certificate or a diploma in this type of course, then that's how you advance in your careers. So we are actually just looking at anyone that is looking for career guidance and mentorship, and that it's going to be a sort of exhibition where we engage anyone that is looking at broadening their future. Yeah.
And then also tell me, you chose your date, the 12th of August, for a very specific reason.
Yes. The 12th of August is also International Youth Day. So we thought, why not? It's the Youth Day. It's Youth Day after all. And they are our target market. So why don't we coincide the two and make it into one? And also, there is also the publishing date for our career magazine.
Okay, so everything is beautifully integrated.
Yes.
Most important though, for both visitors and for exhibitors, who can they contact?
So if you would like to work together with the Career VX team, whether it's becoming a sponsor, whether it's us contacting your institution of higher learning so that you could have a slot, or whether you're just interested in showcasing your skills as a career practitioner, you are more than welcome to contact myself to nohole@myzone.com.na, or you can contact our marketing department, that is marketing@nmh.com.na. The contact details are below.
Okay, and then finally, this is going to be on MyZone's Facebook platform.
Yes, in terms of the platforms, we are still trying. As the days progresses, we will announce more information. We'll share more details. But what I do advise our viewers and anyone who's interested in the Career VX is please do keep your eyes glued to all of the NMH's social media platforms, because more information will be shared there. So the schedules, who will be our exhibitors, who will be our participants, how can you contact us if you'd like to collaborate, how you can engage. All that information will be shared on our social media platforms. So
awesome.
They should definitely look out for more information.
That's exciting times ahead. Thank you very much for being with me today, Yatuna. And we look forward to hearing more of you in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, definitely.
And now for a look at today's front pages. Republican leads with a message by Minister Leon Euster that subsidies and bailouts for SOEs should significantly decrease from next year. Algemeine Zeitung takes a look at this year's defense budget. The Namibian Sun reports on the impact on fishing companies who receive smaller quotas and addresses labor complaints against the Russian billionaire Rashid Sadarov. Today's issue of the Namibian newspaper also leads with fishing quotas, as well as 6 employees of the NBC dismissed for alleged fraud. The state-owned daily New Era zooms in on possible increased testing for COVID-19 in the lockdown region of Erongo. From the inside pages of Namibia's daily newspapers, according to the Namibian, a 20-year-old man allegedly kicked his mother to death in a brutal murder in the Kavango West region. A member of the National Council has proposed that only people older than 21 must be allowed to gamble in Namibia. New Era reports of their parliamentary section. According to Republican, political parties will today meet with the Electoral Commission of Namibia to discuss modalities for the elections planned in November, which may require adjusted arrangements due to COVID-19. Locking down Erongo region was not a punishment, but a necessary decision to address real risks presented by COVID-19. Allgemeine Zeitung reports on their inside pages. On the opinion page of Namibian Sun, a writer writes about international religious freedom and its benefits.
Through the AFD
Thank you so
loans,
much
we
for
are
watching.
able-
Remember the importance of our youth today and let us celebrate a positive future for them. My name is Priska Nyolo, and coming up next is the weather.